Did I break it? No, okay. Hey guys, and welcome back. We're playing Intertwine. You ever buy a game and forget about it, and then it's there in your little itch.io folder, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a game I should play. I have no idea what this game is anymore. I collect itch.io games, and I play them all at once, and I really regret it. But it seems pretty cool. It might be a dating sim, if I am to guess. So let's just jump right into it. Unless I break it. No, okay. Welcome to your new phone. Am I dating my phone in this game? Because heck yeah. My name is Alexis, and I will be assisting you with setting everything up. In order for me to be the best assistant, to best assist you, it would be helpful for me to know how to refer to you. Oh, my preferred name, my keyboard is off, is Rose. It seems you go by Rose. Feels like she's judging me. Is this correct? This can't be changed later. Yeah, that's my name. Oh, I'm a little penguin. That's so cute. It is a pleasure to meet you, Rose. Oh my god, I know these characters actually. What are your pronouns? I am a she, her. So, it would be correct to say Rose goes by she, her? Yes. Splendid. I'm almost finished setting everything up for you. The last step will be choosing your avatar. This icon will be used on messaging interfaces. Of course I'm going to do the bunny. I am a bunny. You can't see now because my hair's short, but I am. Perfect. Let's test things out to make sure you're happy with how everything looks. Hello. I'm adorable. Yes, I am. In that case, everything should be set up. Thank you for your patience, Rose. Wait, don't take him away. Ooh, sexy. Oh. His hand was yanked from mine, and the comforting warmth of his hold was replaced by a lonely chill. I rushed to the guards, desperate to keep him by my side. But they shoved me away, and I fell to the rough, cold prison floor. No! The jagged stone ground scraped against me as I ran to the guards again, but I was too slow and the cell door clanged shut. I pulled on the iron bars, willing them to open, but like the guards, they held no response to my cries. With no other choice, I watched my love get dragged away. He yelled something back, but our growing distance muddled his words. As his silhouette faded into the shadows, a piece of me was stolen with him. Oh my god, this is sad as hell. Sweat clung to my shirt. Air entered my lungs in short bursts. My chest ached with emptiness. The feeling of loss lingered in my body. I had never experienced a dream so real. As I slowly came to, my breathing steadied and my heart rate slowed. I fell back against my pillow. What was that? I tried to fall asleep again to no avail. Memories of the dream tugged at me until morning. I groaned groggily in the cafe. After last night's dream, the remainder of my sleep had been restless, and I found myself in extra need of my morning coffee. Alvarez. The quiet rustle of bedsheets in the morning sun filtered through the curtains. Raku. The loneliness of a shadowy forest in the midst of a thundering storm. Van. The lingering warmth of someone's hand once clenched in mine. Since I was born, I've had a condition doctors call synesthesia. Usually, people with this condition perceive multiple senses together, like sensing colors when they listen to music. Mine seems to be a particular rare form, where I feel names. Some names are soft and gentle, while others are harsh and demanding. When I was younger, it was distracting, but as I've grown older, I've gotten used to the sensations. Rose. Oh! After hearing my name, I went to retrieve my order. But as I reached for my coffee, someone else's hand almost ran into mine.
Sorry.
Oh my god, they're so cute. No, that was my bad. I wasn't looking at where I was going. My drinks just... I tried to grab my order, but our hands kept threatening to collide as we fumbled on our drinks. Sorry, Mine's...
You go first.
Thanks. Now that the threat of either of us running into each other was gone, we easily retrieved our drinks.
How many people does it take to pick up a single coffee?
Normally, I'd say 1, but it seems today I stand corrected.
Maybe I'm an exception then.
Aw,
And have a good day.
you too. It's so cute. I walked towards the cafe exit, but a familiar face popped into view once again.
Here, I got it.
He held the door open, I murmured thanks, and walked into the morning streets. The bookstore is having a sale today. I should still have time to drop by before work. There were a couple of books I'd wanted to pick up, and Asher's birthday was coming up. He really likes photography books, but I don't even know which ones are good. Maybe an art book? Did he mention the recent Studio Ghibli movie that he liked? I noticed the man from the cafe walking nearby. Again? He's not following me, is he? As our eyes met, he glanced away as if unsure, before walking faster. I slowed my own pace, relieved at the growing distance between us. He seemed spooked too, like he's not following me. I guess it was just a coincidence. But as I continued towards the bookstore, I realized now it seemed like I was the one following him. With each turn onto a different street, my footsteps mirrored his, and inevitably his uncertainty turned into outright weariness. Jeez. With one last turn onto a different street, he stopped and waited for me to catch up. Listen, I'm not following you. I ended up blurting that out. Hopefully that doesn't make me sound more suspicious. So this isn't... You're not a fan? Fan? Why would I be a fan? Never mind. If you aren't following me, then why haven't I been able to shake you for the past 10 blocks? I'm trying to catch this book sale before work today. At the bookstore on 16th and Central? Yeah, there. That's a coincidence. I was heading there too. Oh, I guess it explains why we haven't been able to shake each other. Either that or fate. Both of us seemed to relax at this revelation. Then should we walk together, instead of one of us trailing behind the other? I don't know. The latter sounds awfully tempting. Didn't get your fix after the past 10 blocks? Well, I've come this far, might as well commit, right? He laughed and turned as we head to the bookstore together. By the way, got a name I can call you? You didn't happen to pick it up at the coffee shop? Can't say I did. What a shame. Next time, I'll pay better attention to the names they call out. I'm glad you learned your lesson. It's Rose, by the way. Nice. Name's Vaughn. So what are you trying to pick up at the sale? Just a couple photography books. Usually they're expensive, but this is one of the few occasions when they get discounted. Photography. Is it a hobby of yours, or do you just like the books? You could say it's a hobby, but I like the books as an inspiration for my own works. Wow. Works. Sounds like you take your hobby seriously. Just a little. And you, what are you eyeing for the sale? Actually, funny you should ask. I'm in the market for some photography book recommendations. It's for a friend of mine. Another coincidence. Lucky you ran into me then. As we entered the bookstore, the smell of pressed paper and dried ink surrounded us. Come on, I can show you my favorites. Van led us to the photography section and scanned the shelves before expertly picking out a few choice selections. Is this friend of yours into books for the pictures or tips? I think pictures. Got it. Let's see. Van stifled through the bunch of... I like Vaughn, but I feel like it's Van because, I don't know. Vaughn would have a accente, yeah? Laid 3 medium-sized books on the table. I don't know, I did that mid-sentence, by the way. One showed a black and white still of a woman, another a blooming flower field, and the last one a looming skyscraper over a busy street. If we're talking pure aesthetics, these are some of the most underrated in my opinion. I peered at the image of blossoming wildflowers decorating a vast field, framed by a towering mountaintop, a simple, one-worded title in geometric red keyframes. This one's pretty. As I flipped through the book, dreamily landscapes depicting majestic mountain ranges, serene, starry night skies, and bubbling creeks called out to me. Vaughn nodded as he observed me. A lot of people like landscapes. Makes sense. Appreciation for nature. The idea that you can see the picture in real life. All that jazz. Yeah, I'd love to visit any of these places. Especially this one. I pointed to a picture of a... I'm gonna say a flower field. Hope you make it out there one day. In this lifetime? Fat chance. Never say never. I smiled at the thought and continued going through the images. I really like this book. He seems to know what he's talking about. So have you always been a photography book connoisseur, or did that one come after picking up photography? After. When I first got into photography, I just took pictures of whatever I liked. Now I try to be more thoughtful about how I approach my process. It's not just about what I'm capturing, but how I'm capturing it. What do you mean, how? Anyone can take a picture, but everyone's approach differs. The way they capture composition, lighting, colors, even their choice of subject. My style may not be the same, but I take inspiration from all types of photos. Editorial, landscape, still life. Wow. I try to study the elements he had just discussed on the book's cover. So, the subject of this picture is the flower field? And the composition, Vaughn chuckled before leaning over me. A faint, earthy smell of pine followed him. Landscape pictures are unique compared to editorial or still life pictures. Let me show you. He pointed to the women in the editorial photo as he illustrated his points. Our fingers brushed against each other. Van jolted back, causing the book to slip from my hands and fall to the floor. Oh, is what they said. They said, oop. Sorry. It's alright. He got really shocked from just a light touch. After returning the book to me and regaining his composure, Vaughn cleared his throat and pointed to the two books. This time, he seemed more careful of any accidental physical touch. See how in this photo, there's just one woman in a blank background. Yeah. But in the landscape picture, the flower field is framed against the sky, clouds, and mountains. Yeah, there's more going on. Exactly. That kind of background wouldn't work in this image of the woman, right? Or it wouldn't have the same effect. So that choice is what you try to study? Right. Huh. So even if you don't take the same type of pictures, analyzing the thought process can still inspire you. Looks like you put a lot of work into this art, a lot of thought into his art. How long have you been doing this? Photography? I'd say 8 years. But I've been an artist for longer. Oh, what other kinds of art do you do? I started with drawing, but painting was my main medium until I switched to photography. And you haven't looked back since? Haven't gotten the chance to. Shoot. I rushed to the window where the sound of rain pelting the building mixed with rumbling thunder. No. I dragged my hand down my face, cursing the fact I didn't bring an umbrella with me. Everything okay? Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get to work in this rain. If you don't have an umbrella, I have a poncho you can use. I always carry one because of my camera. You want to borrow it? Oh, fun. I couldn't ask you to do that. You're not asking, I'm offering. I don't mind. I can buy another one. But what about you? This thunderstorm. I'll wait it out. Don't worry. I think you need this more than me. He pulled out a foldable poncho and handed it to me. Thank you. The sound of the storm grew louder. Rain came down harder by the second. I'm going to be late at this rate. In that case, I really need to get going. Sorry, Yvonne. It was nice meeting you, though. I turned, upset I couldn't get the books I wanted after all. Oh, wait. His hand grabbed my wrist, lingering there for a moment before releasing me. Sorry, I don't want to make you late, but is it cool if I give you my number? I know we just met, but... Oh, sure, here. I handed my phone to Vaughn. He smiled as he quickly entered his number before returning it to me. Testing, testing. LOL. Hear you loud and clear. There we go. Nice. Now I'll actually let you go. Wouldn't want you being late for work. Might be too late for that, but it's alright. Well, say sorry to your boss for me. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. I'm sorry she'll appreciate it. Bye, Vaughn. See you later. See you, Rose. The text is even a different color, and my brain's like, we're all the same. We are all Rose. We are a myriad of roses. I hurried from the store, a notification from my phone, from whom I could only assume was my coworker. I'm coming, I'm coming. As I pulled my phone out, I saw the message was actually from Vaughn. By the way, I can get the book you were looking at. I couldn't make you do that. I'm offering. Besides, me rambling about photography is why you didn't have the time to buy the books in the first place. It's the least I can do. Do you normally buy books for strangers you just met? And give them your poncho? Not normally. So I'm an exception because I'm awesome? You could say that. Fine, I'll take you up on it. Then I can return your poncho too. I rushed to work, arriving a few minutes late, but at least not soaking wet on top of that. My washer, I'm sorry, is the main character in this scene. And done. I made the last changes needed to the business proposal and logged off for the day. Geez, so much work. I haven't been able to catch a break. As I sorted through my messages, I noticed I missed one from Vaughn. Just bought your book. Let me know when you want to pick it up. Actually, just finished work if you're free tonight. Get to see you again already. Have you had enough of me for one day? I'd say the opposite. I have plans tonight, though, so I wouldn't be able to treat you to a full-fledged date unless you're willing to wait until late. I'll be at this address if you want to pick it up today. Just let me know. I can swing by. I have time. Plus, it's Friday, so lucky for you, I have a late curfew. LOL. Definitely seems to be my lucky day. See you soon? See you soon. This is super cute. I really like this. Like, even like the real life backgrounds, I don't even care. I'm like in it. This is adorable. Rows of pictures highlighted with fluorescent spotlights hung from a lofty ceiling. My footsteps echoed against the smooth wooden floor as I observed the various collections on display. I slowed to a stall as a set of grayscale images. The crowd on the platform insisted on shoving her in different directions. Each touch was uncomfortable but purely accidental until it wasn't. She looked at the person who bumped into her and they were already walking away. Do I know you? She reached for him desperately as he finally collapsed on the floorboards with a weak grunt. The deal is done, he whispered. She sobbed and rushed to close the distance between them. There's a circle of life, from birth to death to decay to feeding the living. There is life beyond the rot that provides energy for new growth. Wow. Each image portrayed something different, but there was a clear theme woven into each of the pieces, a sense of fate. A chance encounter, the inevitable turn of time, the devastation of destined tragedy. My chest tightened at the collection. Rose, you made it. I turned to Vaughn, approaching me with an excited grin on his face. Hey, Vaughn. You should have mentioned you would be at an art exhibit. Some people would say this is a perfect date spot. Here? Well, I guess that's true, but considering this is my exhibit, it'd probably be a bit pretentious taking my date here. Your exhibit? Oh wait, this entire collection is yours? Vaughn let out a bashful laugh as he rubbed the back of his neck. Yeah, what do you think? It's beautiful. You undersold how much a photographer you are. I felt a slight heat on my cheeks remembering our first meeting. I asked him if he did photography as a hobby, and he is here with an entire public exhibit. At my compliment, Vaughn relaxed in relief. His eyes sparkled warmly at me. Glad you like it. Come with me. I have your book. Is it okay to give it to me now? Aren't you busy with whatever artists do at their own exhibits? It's fine. It won't take long. My hair looks ridiculous. We're on a date and I look like this? Really? I have to do it all weird because of my freaking headset. This looks just as bad. It's fine. He led me to the back door of the gallery, and we entered a small studio room.
Just a second. It's right here.
I've given him a much fancier voice. I like the voice actor. I just feel bad. He emptied a satchel onto the tables in the photography book, along with some brushes, an eraser, and a medium-sized canvas slid out. On the canvas were two figures reaching out for one another, and echoed the collection on display in the exhibit. And yet, something about this specific image tugged at me. What's this? Vaughn's eyes followed my gaze to the painting.
Just the piece I've been working on for a while, actually. remember how I used to draw and paint?
Uh-huh. Then you got into photography.
Well, I've always had this feeling inside of me. It's the whole reason I got into art. It's hard to describe, but it's like I'm being pulled to something, or I'm searching for it. I guess you could call it my purpose. I've been trying to capture it all my life. For a while I thought I could, with photography, but it's never been right.
Is that why this looks similar to the photos outside? You're trying to draw the feeling?
Yeah, basically. I thought if I created it myself with my own two hands, it would stop gnawing at me.
Oh, that's... I wasn't sure if I could relate to Van's dilemma. This feeling of needing to create something, but it never coming out quite right. But it sounded frustrating. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a beautiful piece, though.
Thanks. It's driving me crazy. I feel like I'm so close, but it's still missing something.
Do you mind if I see? He nodded, and I picked up the canvas. A grayscale painting where two figures seemed to be ripped from one another. It was beautiful, with a haunting sense of loss. I messed up every single word in that sentence. My chest ached with an eerie emptiness, a longing. Something about it felt familiar. Something about it reminded me of last night's dream.
I know it's a more depressing piece.
No, it's not. I mean, I feel like I've lost something when I look at it, but it's not a negative way. It just felt familiar is all. Sorry for the awkward silence. Probably not the kind of reaction an artist is looking for.
All good. It's similar to the photographs outside, so it makes sense that it looks familiar.
That, but also reminds me of a dream
Really?
I had.
What was it about?
Nothing too profound. Just one of those dreams where you're in love with a random stranger. No way am I gonna tell him I actually felt heartbroken over it. He's gonna think I'm so dramatic. I do see what you mean, though. About him missing something.
Right? Feels like I've thought about everything, but I just don't know what it needs.
He was right. I could tell there were so many rich emotions in the piece. Grief, devastation, heartbreak, and yet I needed more. I thought back to last night's dream, how if I was actually in that position, I would give anything to be reunited with the person ripped from me, how desperately I would cling to the hope that we would be together again. I almost wanted to have a happy ending, like they'll still be together. Maybe not now, but one day. I know that goes against the whole point of the current piece, though. Van searched through the piles of brushes before pulling out one with a thin bristle. With unbelievable focus, he dipped his brush in paint and leaned towards the painting. After a steady breath, he added a pop of color to the canvas with one smooth stroke. He continued adding small details here and there before finally leaning back. I didn't dare utter a word, afraid I'd break his concentration. When he finished, a red string connected the two people. It was a small touch, and yet the piece felt more whole. Tragic that they weren't extremely tied but were being separated, and yet endlessly romantic that the string wasn't broken. Perhaps one day they would meet again.
Like that?
Yeah.
That was it. It's so simple, but I can't believe I'd never thought to tie them together. Especially with this feeling that I was being pulled to create this. Thank you. Without you...
I barely did anything. I was just thinking out loud.
Still, you helped me complete it. I've been chasing this idea for years, and after one day with you, I'm starting to think fate sent you to be my muse.
I've never been called anyone's muse, but it'd be really awesome. I mean, I don't know, that's really flattering. Oh, no, not the cheesy artist pickup line.
It's a no-go, huh?
I love it. Try again.
I'll save myself the embarrassment, but thank you. Honestly, I've been stuck on this piece for literally my entire life. Anyways, I'll stop boring you with my art nonsense. I have to wrap up the exhibit, but it should be over soon. Then the real date begins.
Sounds good. I explored the rest of the art exhibit with a greater appreciation now that I knew Vaughn was the artist behind the collections. Oh, this one's nice too. Rose. Sorry for the wait. It's no problem. I just been appreciating the pictures. You don't have to lie for my sake. I wasn't. I actually like your art. I never would have been able to enjoy this if it weren't for running into you. I'm so glad fate sent me to be your muse. Don't remind me of that corny line. I can't believe I actually said that. Already regretting it. Depends. Did it work? Yes. Yes, it did. It did so wholeheartedly. I hate to admit that I liked it. Wow. So you do like that kind of stuff. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. I can't wait to hear all the artist pickup lines you come up with. Don't know if I'll be able to top the muse one, but I'll try not to disappoint you. Vaughn offered his arm to me. I took it as he led us from the exhibit. So did you happen to plan anything for our date tonight amidst all the exhibit chaos? I think you're making the exhibit out to be bigger than it was. But I do have an idea. Tonight there's a meteor shower that I wanted to check out. Wanna come? Oh, yeah, let's go. Van drove us to a mountain overlook, where glimmering stars speckled the midnight blue sky.
Ah, looks like it hasn't started yet. Perfect.
We exited the car. The starry night hung over us. The city spanned below us. Even without the shooting stars, it was a scene to behold. Pretty. My words faded with a yawn.
Are you tired? We can go.
No, it's all right. We just got here. Besides, I want to see the stars. The stars. I'm just a little tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Had the craziest dream.
Really? Must have been something else to make you lose sleep like that.
I never had anything like it, actually. Flashes of the dream, the cold prison walls, the harsh guards, the desperation in my voice resurfaced. And with them, the tightening in my chest returned. I just remembered I was in some kind of prison cell with someone and they got taken away from me. After that, the last thing I remember is this really intense heartbreak. Like I lost a part of myself. It's weird. I don't even know the other person. I can't even remember their name. But for some reason, I don't think I'll ever forget them, the way they made me feel. Sorry, I didn't mean to be a downer. Like I said, it was just a crazy dream. I swear I'm not usually this dramatic over my dreams.
No, don't worry. That's not it.
He shifted his weight between his feet as if uncertain.
In fact, it's the opposite.
Ooh.
I get it.
He gets it. He gets it. He gets it. We're edgy. We're all edgy together. I love it. The shirt is weird to wear. I should have worn a nice shirt. I'm on a date. Look at me. Okay.
I've had a dream like that too.
What? No way.
I've had a dream like that too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't tell people about it anymore. Stopped trying after the first couple of crazy stares I got. Not sure how many details match, but when I was younger I had a similar dream. Prison cell, got yanked away from someone, your standard stuff. I mean, the dream itself was generic enough, but the loss I felt afterwards was so strong. I still remember it to this day. It inspired that piece I showed you. The one you helped me finish today.
The painting?
Yep.
You mentioned that feeling being an inspiration for all of your works. Does it mean your exhibit today too?
Got a sharp memory, huh?
I mean, we literally just said, yeah, I mean,
That's right. The dream is the feeling I've been trying to recreate in all my pieces.
Maybe that's why I connected so many of your pieces. And why I could help you complete the painting. Aren't you lucky I had the same dream right before stumbling into you today?
I told you, didn't I? Fate sent you to be my muse.
That's super cute. You say that to all of your dates?
Have to say, this is a first.
Date? I chuckled and shook my head. Still, to think we had the same dream. What are the chances? Wait, don't take him away from me. Rose? His hand was yanked from mine, and the comforting warmth of his hold was replaced by a lonely chill. By the way, got a name I can call you? You didn't happen to pick it up at the coffee shop? Can't say that I did. What a shame. Next time I'll pay better attention to the names they call out. Glad you learned your lesson. It's Rose, by the way. Nice, name's Vaughn. The lingering warmth of someone's hand once clutched in mine. I'm glad he's always in the same pose. That's a bad joke, I'm sorry. I think this is cute. I'm sorry. Did you want to hear another crazy
You have
coincidence?
more? I'm gonna start thinking you're making them up.
Well, I will say this one's harder to believe. In my dream, one of the last things I remembered was the feeling of someone's hand in my
I
own.
thought the last thing you remembered was heartbreak.
Last physical thing I
Got
remember.
it. What about it?
When we met, I got a similar
You did?
feeling.
What do you mean?
Well, I have synesthesia. When I hear people's names, I also feel physical sensations, like the tickle of a whisper against my cheek, things like that. Usually, I don't pay too much attention to it, but now that I think about it, the feeling I got when you told me your name was just like the one from my dream. The lingering warmth of someone's hand once clutched in mine. I laughed nervously. Connecting all of those dots was starting to make me feel like a conspiracy theorist. It sounds like I'm making it up when I say it out loud, but some coincidence, right?
Coincidence or fate?
Ooh.
You ever experienced that sensation before?
That specific one? Not that I can remember, actually. Oopsie.
Do you want to hear my own crazy coincidence?
I would love to. Oh no, not you too.
I have a condition like yours.
What?
When I touch someone for the first time, I get this feeling like deja vu. You know when you meet someone, but they feel so familiar, it's like you knew them in a past life?
Yeah.
It's like that. With you, though, it was much more visceral. I felt like I'd found someone I'd been searching for.
So, the subject of this picture is the flower fields, and the composition, he chuckled before leaning over me. A faint earthy smell of pine followed. Landscape pictures are unique compared to the editorial or still life pictures. Let me show you. He pointed to the woman in the editorial photo. As he illustrated his points, our fingers brushed against each other. Bum, 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 bum. Vaughn jolted back, causing the book to slip from my hands and fall into the floor. Oh, sorry. It's alright. He got really shocked from just a light touch. Is that why he reacted like that? He rubbed the back of his neck and turned towards the outlook. He let out a rueful laugh.
It sounds like another cheesy pickup line, but I swear it's more than that. In fact, I didn't want to tell you. Thought you'd get creeped out, but I can't help but feel like the universe keeps sending me these signs that I was meant to run into you.
I rushed to the guards, desperate to keep him by my side, but they shoved me away, and I fell to the rough, cold prison floor. No! The jagged stone ground scraped against me as I ran to the guards again, but I was too slow when the cell door clanged shut. I pulled on the iron bars, willing them to open, but like the guards, they held no response to my cries. With no other choice, I watched my love get dragged away. Van! See, it just sounds fancier with Vaughn. Vaughn! Vaughn. Was that... Is he...
Oh, looks like the show started. At 11:11 too. Make the wish of your life.
Vaughn pulled out his camera, shifting his attention to the starry past being traced in the night sky. I tried to slow my racing heart as I focused on the meteor shower, but I couldn't stop thinking about the dream, about Vaughn. If he's the one from my dream, what does it mean? Is it just chance, or is this something deeper? Coincidence or fate?
Make your wish already?
Not yet.
Better hurry before you miss your chance.
I tried to come up with a wish, but my mind kept returning to the last night's dream, the desperation to be with that person again. If Vaughn is the one from my dream, I wish that one day I'd be able to make it to the flower field from that book earlier today. With Vaughn.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to tell anyone your wish. Otherwise it won't come true.
Ah! Pretend you didn't hear it then.
Hear what?
Perfect. What about you? Did you make a wish?
Sure did. It's a secret though. Can't afford to jinx it.
It was... This is very cute. If Rose is the one from my dream...
I hope the universe always pulls us together.
I'm gonna cry. Do you think I should begin to believe that there is some truth in resurrection? Did we in our previous life woo one another, or is just deja vu? That was so freaking cute. Why am I crying? It's not even, it's just a demo. That was so cute. Oh my god. I love it. Well, that was Intertwine. Oh, will you follow the string into the next life? That's super cute. I loved it so much. I hope they finish this game. It's on itch.io. Go support the creators. I'll leave a link. I try to do it every time I get a game from itch.io because I know they're smaller. And hopefully we can get the full game because I am fully invested in this game. It was adorable from start to finish. I can't wait for the full voice acting. It was great. A+. Beautiful writing. It's art. And I can't wait till we find out what's his tattoo. Is it that? I don't know. Alright. Anyways, don't forget I do Twitch. I'm streaming on Sundays from now on because I'm working full time again. I try to upload a video every week. I am doing more than that, but I'm just in case so I don't overwhelm myself again. And I love you. Have a good night. I will see you in the next video. Bye.